Hey everyone, Mherex here bringing you another video. This one is going to be on the ZRoman Showdown. I want to start out with a few things. This event, a lot of people have been kind of unhappy with. In general, ZRoman's rollout had some issues. Start of the event had some issues. Of course, everyone can play the game how they like and that sort of thing, but I think often we here in the Champions universe tend to complain about almost everything. For example, I don't know how many times I've heard showboats suck or they're no good, and then even when ZRoman first showed up, there's a bunch of people, even in my server, saying he wasn't that good, he was kind of crappy, oh, another bad showboat. And then he dropped, and a couple character previews happened, and everyone was like, OMG, this is the strongest guy ever, we can't have this guy, it's way too strong. And then people were complaining about that. Then he got nerfed, and people were complaining about that. So literally you had all the spectrum from, and all of it was pretty much negative. So I try to remember that this is a game. I do get mad sometimes like everybody else, but I try to enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point of playing, right? So this event, and I think this is true, some events simply are not designed to be maxable without spending what, in my opinion, is a ridiculously silly amount of real-life money on a digital video game. This is one of those events. That doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad event. It doesn't mean you can't get a lot of good stuff. It just means if you look at it like I need to max every event, you're going to quite often be disappointed. I have a very big roster, 1.56 mil. It's nowhere near the top, so don't think I'm saying that. And 221 superstars owned. There's tons of events I cannot max. This is one of them. So I try not to look at every event as a failure if I can't max it. I try to look at what can I get, how can I improve my roster, how does it benefit me, what enjoyment can I have from it. So sorry to be a little bit preachy, but I think, guys, we should try to sometimes be a little bit less negative. I think maybe how we feel would be heard more often if it wasn't constantly negative. There are a lot of good things about the game. It is a lot of fun. Yes, there are a lot of crappy things. Yes, there are a lot of very expensive events to max and very expensive loots. But just remember, no one makes you spend money on them and no one makes you purchase them. So the best thing you can do is tell Scopely how you feel with your money. If you think it's a good event and you think it's good loot and you think it's good offers, spend it, enjoy it, don't spend more than you can afford, and enjoy the game. If you think it's bad, simply don't spend. Every time you spend when you think it's bad, you're essentially encouraging that type of event. So with all that being said, we'll get in and break this one down. So if you have everybody, you can see what you can end up with on the right. I do want to start by saying I don't know for sure that this will be the daily amount of coins you can earn in the event. We had the woman's one last time, and I believe it was 20,000. So the weekly was higher as well. So I am not certain it's going to be 17,500. I think it's probably going to be that. So take that with a grain of salt. How it ends up, I am not sure. But if you had every zombie, and this is kind of nice, you only need to win one with the bonus guys. I kind of like that. 50 with Jeff is still a lot, but I do like only having to win one with the other ones. It's easy to keep track of. You get your bonus points for having them, move on. So if you have all the guys and you have can do the Cena tours and you get that many showdown coins, you can end up with 8.45 million out of 11 million. So right away, you know, that's kind of annoying. I have all the guys, I can't max the event. That's what everyone's going to say. So therefore, it's a bad event. I mean, maybe not. You can't get the gold coffin without spending a crap load of money. It's really not worth it to spend that money. So I don't recommend doing it. However, along the way, there's some decent rewards. For example, the second to last one at 7.9 million. You get a 5-star gold token, a bunch of coin, and 3 of the Roman bags with shards. That's the one I'm going to target because I'm missing 2 guys. I'm missing Zombie Taker and Zombie Rollins. So that's 1 million less for me. So that puts me at 7.45 million and change roughly. So 500k short of this. So I did some zombie talent up just with shards already, and I got about 220k out of there. So I have to make up 280k in zombie talent or buy a few pulls if I feel like it's worth it for that. I think really the big milestone to target is either the 7.9 to get those resources if you don't have to spend much to get there, or the 5.3 to get to the silver coffin for your faction. That's where the left side of the screen comes in. This is how you could get to 5.3 without any rare character at all, assuming you can max Showdown both days, and assuming I'm correct on those amounts. You still would need to do some zombie talent up, but you could get there for free to the silver coffin and help your faction out. That's how you earn faction points in this one, is the bronze and silver and gold coffin. So really, I think everyone should at least try to get to the 5.3 million for their faction if you can. And if you can, the 7.9 million mark is kind of nice for those bags and the coin and the token. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this event. To me, the 11 million milestone just simply doesn't exist. For the gold coffin and what you can get is simply not even kind of worth it in my opinion. So everyone knows I spend on the game. I set a budget, and I stick to that budget. And this is not where I will put my money out there. Now that could change potentially. Say I get really good RNG from the bags, and I end up 50 shards from Roman. Then I'll probably buy a guaranteed shard offer and get Zombie Roman. Short of that, though, I don't see myself spending on this particular event at all. So hopefully that helps a little bit, guys. Try to remember that it is a game. Try to enjoy it, and don't look at every event as it's maxable, because I truly believe there's a bunch of events. They simply say, you know what, no one's going to max this unless they want to pay a bunch of money. So don't try to max every event. Try to get what you can get, and when it's a good event you like, where you know you can get something, a guaranteed thing, spend your money on that and tell Scopely, hey, this is the kind of event I like, so this is what I'm spending money on. That's the way I look at it. Try to not be so negative until stuff goes live. There's a bunch of changes coming. The stipulation matches are coming. Those look really fun to me. Like straps and medals, I expect everyone to absolutely hate them when they drop, and they probably will stick. So I would recommend when those come, embracing them, and you will get ahead of all the people that don't want change. So again, sorry if this is coming off as a little bit preachy, but the left side of the screen, how you can get to 5.3 million. If you have extra guys, you need less zombie talent up. Hopefully my Showdown coins is accurate. Right side of the screen is with everyone. I think the 2 milestones to target are the 5.3 million or the 7.9 million. Obviously, if you can't get either of those, the 3.7 milestone is huge. You get 1 million coins, and you get a couple the Zombie Roman bags. So, but 5.3 is what your faction is really gonna need you to try and get to if you can, and the 7.9 is what you ideally would like to get to give yourself a shot, possibly at Zombie Roman if you get really lucky in the shards. I don't know if that's realistic or not. I seem to usually hit the lower end of the spectrum on those, but you never know. Somebody has to hit the higher end. That's why they're there. So maybe it'll be you. Other than that, I do think it's going to be a lot more tiers. Like instead we used to have like the 3 tiers in Showdown, and you earned your points on those. I think there's going to be a lot more this week. Like the ladies, I don't know 100% for sure. No inside information. And I do think it's going to be higher milestones in those. Like, you know, I think 1200 was the last one. I don't know if this one will be 1200. It'll be lower. But hopefully they continue to work out the kinks on the matchmaking. Yes, last Showdown was not fun, and I think they know that. And hopefully they can find a good middle ground on it. As long as they're continuing to try and improve it so it's playable, I am okay with that. Again, I don't expect to be able to max every event. I will take the resources I can get, which is some coin and some zombie Roman shards and some tokens and some TP, and really I'll actually be fairly happy with that. I plan on taking zombie Roman shards from the coffins after I've seen where I end up, because even if I don't get enough for them now, I kind of always play the long view, and a year from now or spring outbreak, if I'm 100 shards away, I'll probably be able to get those without spending. And I'll wait till the end to make sure I don't get lucky and I don't waste one of those coffins. So anyway, guys, you can see the math on your screen on the right. 7.9 looks like it's going to be pretty tough if you're missing 2 guys like I am, but I think I can get there without having to do pulls or very, very few. And 5.3 is very, very doable. So I see no reason that most, maybe not most is the wrong word, but a lot of you can get to 5.3 million. That's not very, I don't, like I said on the left, listed almost no rare guys. If you have Zombie Austin, you automatically won't need to do any talent up if you can do the rest of it, just for example. So if you have any one of the 2019 guys like Cena or Kane or that kind of stuff, you're going to barely need to do any talent up to get there. So that's what you need to do to help your faction. So Showdown looks like it's changing. It looks like we're definitely not going to have the showdowns like we used to, so we need to adapt and figure out how to max it so you can do as well as you can in the events. And if you don't like it, try to be constructive with the criticism, provide a solution so your faction leaders can give feedback in the town hall and stuff like that. I don't like every event either, but if all we ever do is complain, then no one's going to listen. So we need to have constructive complaining that hopefully can lead to the change we want. And I think the biggest impact is with your wallet. So vote with your wallet, essentially. When you like an event and you think it's good and you can get something, choose that time to spend. I'm a big advocate of spending smart. I try to never spend without a guaranteed thing. So this month so far, I haven't spent anything other than the $20 starter pack. And I'm just saving my budget for an event where it can guarantee me a new superstar or something I really, really need. And that's what I tend to recommend. Obviously, it's your money and you guys do what you want, but try to remember it's a game and the goal is to have fun and set your expectations towards that. I had to realign mine myself. For a while I was getting really upset that I couldn't max events, and some of them I realized just are not made to be maxed without a crazy amount of spending. So this one I'm looking at 7.9 million is the mark for me. That's my focus. I can get there hopefully with little to very little spending or no spending, and so that's what I'm gunning for. Find your milestone that makes sense for you, go for that, and then when you hit it, you've accomplished what you set out to do. You can feel good about it and work on improving your roster and enjoy the game. So I hope everyone has a good showdown. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And good luck out there in Showdown this weekend, guys. Thanks.